Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's JB coming in with a little bit of a pre-video revision. This video was actually shot and edited last week. I was going to release it today. Today's Sunday, December 31st. It's New Year's Eve. So this is going to be my New Year's Eve video, and I just kind of realized after going through it and watching another video on YouTube this morning by Rhett Shull, one of my favorite guitarists, I just wanted to add a little snippet here at the beginning for a couple of reasons. One, I want to let you guys know how much I appreciate each and every one of you guys. I have not put out very much content this year, maybe 3 or 4 videos in total for the entire year of 2023. And there are a lot of reasons for that. I mean, moving, changing jobs, diving into all of that, YouTube cutting my ad revenue in half, issues with my channel, issues with trying to look at comments. It's just been kind of an uphill battle with YouTube for whatever reason. And it's kind of sapped a lot of motivation for me. That being said, that doesn't mean I don't appreciate all of you guys. Even with the low amount of content I've put out, I've still managed somehow to get like an additional 500 subscribers on this channel this year. And that just kind of blows my mind. And I need to make it very clear how much I do appreciate you guys for sticking with me, even through the low amount of content I've put out. And on that same note, I've been really toying with the idea of splitting this channel off and doing a couple of different things with it. This is all things mechanical. You guys probably subscribed to this channel originally because I was working out at the ranch and I had bulldozers and tractors and excavators and dump trucks and all kinds of farm equipment, ag stuff to work on, and it was really interesting. It was a lot of good opportunities to film some cool content and show you some old iron that, you know, most people don't get to work on very often. I don't have that opportunity anymore. I live in the suburbs again. I'm in the middle of the Salt Lake Valley in Utah, and all I have is what's in my garage, and none of that is that interesting. So it's been tough trying to come up with things that I think you guys would find interesting. But I'd like to start another channel for all of my music stuff, you know, for all of my musical repair videos, guitar modifications, pedal modifications, drum set restorations like what I did last year, guitar builds, things like that. I also do a ton of cooking at our house, you know, so I've been toying with the idea of starting up a cooking channel, you know. I'm not a pro chef by any stretch, you know, so it would be a very down-to-earth, no-frills cooking channel. If either of those things are something that you guys would find interesting, please leave me a comment and let me know, because I'm really trying to figure out ways to kind of branch off and try some different things in 2024. Maybe that'll help me, you know, help motivate me to put out content on a more regular basis if I have multiple audiences waiting for me to get off my butt and do something. So, I don't know. There's a lot of different things that I've been toying with, but, you know, I mentioned earlier that I've been really hung up because of all the issues I've been having with YouTube, and I'm cutting my revenue in half and everything, but Rhett Shull said something in that video I watched this morning that kind of put a bug in my ear a little bit. He said, don't let perfection be the enemy of good. Sometimes good enough is good enough. And I'm a perfectionist, and it's an Achilles heel for me. So I'm going to try to maybe let go of that a little bit and start putting out videos on a more regular basis for you guys. And I know I say that every year, and then something happens, and oh, well, maybe next year. I am going to try. I really am. I don't know how it's going to work, but I need feedback from you guys to help me make those decisions. So please do me a favor, leave me a comment not only about the different channel ideas, but as well as the content you see in this video, because I do have some questions for you guys regarding the tone I'm trying to get out of this Telecaster. And just for reference, I don't mention this in the video, but this is the kit guitar that I built. It's got my name on the headstock. It's not a Fender. It has some cheap pickups in it. I do have a set of bootstrap pickups that I need to install still. But it's set up in open G with a missing low E string, just like Keith Richards. And I'm looking for some opinions on the tone of this thing, so that's what this video is about. But I didn't want to let this go too long before I just said thank you very much for all of your support and sticking with me in 2023, because you guys are awesome, and I wouldn't be doing this if it weren't for you. So thank you very much. I wish all of you guys all of the best going into 2024. Happy New Year. Please be safe tonight. If you're going to drink, do it responsibly. Call an Uber, call a cab, have a designated driver. You guys know the drill. Don't get dead. That's the only thing I care about tonight. I want all of my subscribers who are watching this video to be here with me tomorrow morning. All right, so be safe, have fun, enjoy the video, and leave me some comments, would you? Thanks, guys. Happy New Year. what's going on, everybody? My name is JB. This is the All Things Mechanical YouTube channel, and today we're going to be fixing up one of my old guitar pedals that I've owned for about 24 years now. I think I got this in '99, right around the same time I got my Marshall G30 amplifier that you just heard. Now, I was playing Can't You Hear Me Knocking by the Rolling Stones, and that tone, I love the tone that I get out of this Marshall, but it's not a tube amp, it's solid state, and it's missing a lot of the character and depth that Keith Richards got on the studio recording for that song. Now, obviously, I'm not going to get the same tone at all. This is not a tube amp. He was using a couple, I believe it was two Fender Twins. One of them with a distorted tone and one of them with a clean tone. I think that was how he did his recording. I honestly don't know a whole lot about how Keith Richards set up his sound, but after reading a few interviews with him, that's kind of what I've heard. But what I want to try to do is get my old delay pedal working, and I'll bring the camera in an overhead shot here shortly and show you exactly what I've got. Kind of excited about this because I haven't used this particular pedal in a long time. It's been in storage for 20 years probably. But we're going to fix it up so I can use it, and I'm going to try to get some slapback delay going a little bit. Not reverb, but it's the room sound that you get on the studio recording for Can't You Hear Me Knocking. It's a very short delay, and all that is the sound waves in the studio hitting the wall and bouncing back to the microphone that they were using. Now, I'm not going to be able to get that tone completely. I still need to get some kind of a boost pedal or a fuzz pedal or something to try to get a little bit different. Not more distortion. I don't want it to sound like a metal sound because that's not what we're going for here. Just a slightly different, more saturated tone is what I'm looking for. So maybe like a tube screamer or something like that. I'm not sure. But anyway, we're going to try to get this old delay pedal working and see if we can at least get the slapback sound taken care of in this video today. So I'm going to bring you over to the bench here. I'm going to show you what I got, and we're going to see what it needs. We're going to tear it apart real quick, fix it, and then we're going to try again. And even with my mediocre guitar skills, hopefully we can at least try to get some of that slapback delay sound that came through on that studio recording. So without further ado, let's head over to the bench here. We'll have a look at what we got, and hopefully this should be a quick and easy fix. All right, guys, we're over at the bench with this guy. This is a Digitech X Series digital delay pedal. This was very expensive. I wanted to get into like the Edge style U2 crazy delay sound effects and stuff when I was a kid, and this is what I ended up with. This is, I think, 98 or 99 manufacture date, but this was one of the most expensive pedals I ever bought, so I kept the box for it. I still have all of the original packaging, and you can see the problem right here. I no longer have a power supply for one of these things, and the 9-volt battery adapter has been smashed. That's the only thing I don't like about this pedal, is the way that the 9-volt battery sits underneath the actual pedal here. So we'll go ahead and pull this guy out real quick, and I'll kind of show you what I'm talking about. Still have all the original instruction manual, warranty card, paperwork, everything. So I guess it kind of pays to be a pack rat sometimes. You get to have nice stuff in good condition, 20 plus years later after you buy it. But the pedal is basically brand new. So I'm pretty excited about this. I'm excited about trying to get this thing working again. Cool thing about these pedals is that to access the battery, all you do, there's a couple of spring-loaded pins right here. You just pop one side off and the other one will just let go. And there you go. As you can see, we have a problem. We don't have any, the wires are obviously very different lengths, and this has been completely ripped apart. And I think what happened was at some point, my son doesn't remember doing this, but I think because I had always run it on a power supply and not a battery, that cord had probably just gotten wedged, it popped out and gotten underneath the pedal, and over time, stomping on this thing, I think he probably broke it and just didn't realize it. So anyway, I have brand new factory plug here, adapter for the 9-volt battery. So what we're going to do is violate the warranty by removing these screws in the back. And actually, Digitech, I didn't realize this, but they used to be headquartered right up the street from us in Sandy, Utah, about 15 minutes away from where I live. Now, this is one of their made-in-China pedals because it was toward the end of Digitech's life, before they were bought out. Actually, no, this is after they were bought out by, I believe it's the Harman Company. I don't remember where it says that. Probably on the box somewhere. Yeah, Harman International. So this is right after they got bought out. And then they were sold again, I think, in the mid-2010s. And then, unfortunately, I think they were sold to the Samsung Group, actually. And then Digitech just went defunct. They shut it down. So there's rumors that Digitech is coming back. I'm not sure. But despite the fact this is made overseas, they still use US spec hardware. These are, I believe, 7/64ths. Yep, 7/64ths hex bits. So we're going to see if we can't get this thing apart and see what we need to do to solder a new 9-volt battery cable onto this thing. And yes, I'm using my old friend, the Ryobi cordless screwdriver here. Hard to believe it's been almost a year since I bought this thing. It's quite a bit more dirty than it was the last time you guys saw it on video. I actually just used this thing to take apart our dryer and replace some of the shock absorbers in it. But this thing I use multiple times every week, and it's still fantastic. I think it's a great purchase. I know there were a few of you guys that commented on my review video or tabletop review of this thing and said that Ryobi's junk, blah, blah, blah. Well, I made it very clear in the video, guys, this is not a professional grade tool. This is a homeowner grade tool. This is for doing this kind of thing. Not using it day in, day out, every day in a hard use environment on a construction site or an automotive shop or whatever. This is a homeowner grade tool, okay? I made that, like I said, I made that very, very clear in the video. If you guys are taking this out to a construction site and trying to use it in a professional environment where you're going to beat the hell out of it every day, you picked the wrong tool. That's what I have, you know, Makita and Milwaukee tools for. I only use this kind of thing in my office at my bench or in the house for appliances and whatnot. That's what it's designed for. And for that purpose, it absolutely excels. So, anyway, I know that a lot of you guys had commented about that. Okay. Thinking I'm going to have to pull the knobs off to release everything. It's looking like I'm going to have to loosen up these jack screws on the side here. No big deal. Got our right tool for the job. I'm not going to take these all the way off, obviously. We're just loosening them to get us some clearance on the metal case. See if that helps us out at all. A little bit. I'm still thinking those knobs are going to have to come off, though. Alright, I'm going to pause this and pull the knobs off, and I'll bring you guys right back. Alright, we're back. Yes, knobs came off. Got them sitting right here, probably just a little bit off camera. But it's looking like that will allow us to get everything out of here, hopefully. Very, very carefully. Yep, alright. So, you can see our leads for our 9-volt battery right here. Power and ground, it looks like. Just 2 points on the board. Sorry, I was looking at it off camera. Just 2 points on the board that we're going to have to solder here. Run right by this cap. And this one right here. So it looks like BC2 and BC1. BC1 being the positive. So I'm going to do this very carefully and try not to screw anything up. Just comparing the length of my leads here. Yep. That should work. Alright. I'm going to start with our negative side here. Okay. That's out. There we go. All right, one down. All right. There we go. Got our 2 leads. Well secured. I am going to add just a blip more solder on there. Not much, but it's enough. That should be all we need as far as the solder goes. Got our old leads out of the way here. Got our new leads installed. Go ahead and reassemble this guy. And hope that everything works as it should. Alright, now we can tighten these guys up. I'm gonna go steal a 9-volt real quick. All right. Well, I don't know if it needs to be plugged in or if that battery's dead. Guess we'll try it this way and see. Okay. All right, we got it back together. Now it's time to test. All right, guys, I think we've done it. We got it fixed. We got the pedal working. I forgot there's a sensor in this thing. It wasn't working on the bench because there were no cables plugged into it. But as soon as you get cables plugged in, you get your red light. All right, so I have this set up on the lowest setting, about 3/4 of the way up on the level, level 3 on the repeats, and level 5-ish on the time delay. So, and it's mode 1 if you have this same pedal. So it's very subtle what I've done with this. I'm just trying to create a slapback delay effect, and I think I've got it pretty much where it needs to be to match the sound of the recording. So I'm going to play the dry signal for you. This is with the pedal off. That's the same signal that you guys just heard when I was playing in the intro here. Now we're going to add the slapback delay. Turn the pedal on. It's not much. I don't even know if it's going to come through on the camera. I can hear it clear as a bell. Dry again. And delay. Not actually trying to create some edge style delay effect. I mean, that's not what we're doing here. We're only trying to mimic the sound of the microphone in the recording studio when Keith Richards was recording this track. So I'm going to start my backing track over again. I'm going to play the first couple of bars of it, and I'll let you guys be the judge. Let me know in the comments what you think. Obviously, I know I still need to get a boost pedal, something to more closely mimic that, driven tube sound, which I can't get out of this Marshall by itself because it's a solid state amp. Great amp. I love this thing, but it's just not quite the same. So we're going to have to use pedals to mimic the actual recording from the Rolling Stones track. So let me go ahead and get this started again, and you guys tell me what you think. And again, this is a backing track that cuts Keith Richards' part out. So all you're hearing is this guitar. Guys, there you have it. Pretty quick and pretty easy repair on a really old but very cool Digitech delay pedal. Just added that new 9-volt jack and we're good to go. The thing works beautifully. Now I'm going to probably screw around with this thing and see if I can get some other sounds out of it. It's been a while since I messed with the delay pedal, but I don't know. I think that slapback effect really added quite a bit to the sound. So do me a favor, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Did I get the sound of this Telecaster a little bit closer to the sound that Keith Richards had in the studio recording? I don't know. I can't play the studio recording for you guys because I don't want to get a copyright strike. But go ahead and go on YouTube and listen to it, and then come back and listen to this little sound clip. My crappy playing aside, let me know if you think the tone of the guitar is pretty close. I know, like I said earlier, I got to get some kind of tube emulator or some kind of pedal. I really want to get like a big muff or something like that because I love the sound of those things. I'm a big Smashing Pumpkins fan, and you know Billy Corgan uses those things like crazy. But I think a big muff would be too much for this particular sound. I think I just need to find like a tube screamer or something that's going to emulate an overdriven, really saturated tube amp sound. So let me know what you guys think. I would love to get some of your input on that. But other than that, I hope you guys had a wonderful Christmas holiday. We have New Year's coming up this weekend. So you guys, please be safe, have fun, and I wish all of you all of the best going into 2024. I can't believe I'm saying that. My oldest son just turned 18. It's just blowing my mind. So anyway, you guys be safe, have fun, get out there, make music, fix something, do something you never tried before. You never know what you're capable of until you try it. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. We'll catch you guys on the next one. See ya.